I figured it was only appropriate, since Good Luck Chicken, my mascot, has come to class every day with me, that he should be at commencement. President Miller, Board of Trustees, esteemed professors and staff, friends, family, and special guests, and my fellow Hamline graduates. I'm honored to have an opportunity to speak to you on this momentous occasion, our graduation from Hamline University. Today marks the culmination of one journey and the opening scene of another, a day we've had on our calendars or countdown apps for months, a day set apart to honor the hard work, dedication, and endurance it takes to achieve this milestone. On the path of this significant day in our lives, we were met and overcame many challenges. Yes, staying focused, making it to class, keeping up with the syllabus and assignments, labs and papers was not easy, but nothing good ever is. Our professors had high expectations for us, and we held the same standard for ourselves and for each other. But our lives here at Hamline encompass more than academics. There were expectations of jobs, relationships to build and nurture, athletics, and extracurricular activities. We did all this while trying to maintain a fridge free of moldy food and enough change for laundry or a triple shot cappuccino during finals. Some days we could adult with the best of them. Other days the best we could do was make it to class. I'm reminded of the mother who went into her son's room one morning and said, "Son, it's time to get up for class." The son groaned in reply, "I'm not going to class today, and I'll give you 2 good reasons why. Number 1, I don't like the kids. Number 2, the kids don't like me." The mom paused with her usual wisdom and replied, "I'll give you 2 better reasons you're going to class today. Number 1, you're 46 years old. Number 2, you're the professor." When I received an email with an invitation to apply for this honor of speaking to you today, my first thought was to delete it. After all, number 1, like all of you students, I get to way too many emails. And number 2, what would I have to say to you, my fellow graduates? It's obvious by now I'm not a traditional student. What you might not know is that I was first accepted to Hamline in the fall of 1978. When I arrived on campus back then, I was eager, ready, and prepared to start my college career with the technology of the time, a pencil and a book. Many of you arrived on campus with that same eagerness, but also with laptops, iPads, cell phones, Spotify, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Google, Excel, and the cloud. You had the innate ability to navigate the boundless internet with lightning speed. I had to rummage through a card catalog at the campus library, only to find out the key book needed to finish a paper was already checked out. It was immediately apparent to me when I returned to this campus in 2014, after a 36-year hiatus, that I had some catching up to do in the technology department. Beginning an academic journey, like any life-changing event, is by nature a stress-filled thing. It's an adventure of firsts. It's leaving your comfort zone and placing your faith in a community of professors and fellow students you have yet to meet. It reminds me of the trust-building activity where you close your eyes, cross your arms, and fall into the waiting arms of strangers, which I promise I won't do today, hoping they are kind enough to help you and lift you up. Whether you arrived as a traditional first-year student, a transfer student, or returned after a long absence, our collective experience began with that first class, first group project, first team practice, theater rehearsal, or student organization meeting. It no longer only mattered who we were, it became about who we are. A diverse community of learners who would learn to depend on, stand up for, and actively support each other on the long road to graduation. First lesson, earning a degree and building community takes time and effort. Soon we knew a few more faces, gained more confidence, and slowly our once small circle expanded. As we declared our majors, we saw the same faces in classes several times a week, and we discovered another community which overlapped the first. And these two circles also brought us in touch with those whose backgrounds and worldviews differed from our own. The next lesson, successful communities promote conversation between and among their members, regardless of race, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, generational, or other differences. Here, with the trust we were building with one another, the phrase, "I respectfully disagree," was also part of the conversation. While too many conversations in the digital world can be divisive, fractured, and disrespectful, I've seen this class harness the limitless possibilities of technology and use it to build community. I saw many examples of what is good and possible in the digital age. Steve Jobs, co-creator of Apple, once said, "Technology is nothing. What's important is that you have faith in people, that they're basically good and smart, and if you give them tools, they'll do wonderful things with them." This community not only used technology to keep up with classwork, to offer encouragement to fellow students on upcoming tests, to support each other when life threw us a curveball, to organize events which benefited any number of organizations, and to rally behind causes we believed in. Yes, technology may have its flaws, but sitting before me today is a generation of citizens and innovators who I believe will continually find ways in which technology can unite instead of divide. So many of my memories here on campus serve as reminders of community, lifting me up, whether it was their patience, help to navigate technology, or simply offering a helping hand. As a matter of fact, when I walked, perhaps ran across campus today, I saw the buildings, yes, but I saw the communities which were created in those four walls. For example, at Giddens Learning Center, I had a make or break statistics class that I was deathly afraid would be my ticket to failure. The thought of having to take 2 courses to satisfy my logic and reasoning requirements filled me with dread. Enter my professor and classmates who dedicated themselves to helping me grasp the myriad of concepts, including SPSS, the framework for analyzing and computing data. I never would have made it through without them. Or take as a second example, the Hamline writers who create a community each week in Bush Library as we read poetry, fiction, creative nonfiction from undergraduates across the United States. By the end of the semester, we had built enough trust with each other to share our own deeply personal experiences. And what an honor when Runestone Literary Journal was selected as the winner of the Association of Writers and Writing Programs National Directors Prize for undergraduate literary magazines. It was possible because we formed a community greater than ourselves. We learned it's never about me, it's always about we. Similarly, a digital media class became the we instead of me. Again, the technology left me dazed and confused. Thanks to my classmates for their reassurance, and to our professor, whose determined efforts showed us how to use social media to accomplish community. And our group project became a smashing success. And we learned the most cherished lesson of all. Technology doesn't bring us together. Community does. Whatever brought us to Hamline, we became part of this community. And I can think of no better example of the journey from me to we than this excerpt from the poem Freedom by Langston Hughes. When a person starts out with nothing, when a person starts out with their hands empty but clean, when a person starts to build a world, they start first with themselves and the faith that is in their heart, the strength there, the will there to build. First in the heart is the dream, then the mind starts seeking a way. Their eyes look out on the world, on the great wooded world, on the rich soil of the world, on the rivers of the world. The eyes see their materials for building, see the difficulties too, and the obstacles. The mind seeks a way to overcome these obstacles. The hand seeks tools to cut the wood, to till the soil, and harness the powers of the waters. Then the hand seeks other hands to help, a community of hands to help. Thus the dream becomes not one person's dream, but a community dream. Not my dream alone, but our dream. Not my world alone, but your world and my world, belonging to all the hands who build. My fellow graduates, thank you for the opportunity to work side by side with you on this journey. I may be a generation or two or three cases ahead, but today I stand proud to be your fellow graduate and to the dedicated community of professors and staff. Thank you for all the opportunities you've afforded us. Today we stand together as Hamline's undergraduate class of 2017, and soon we leave as part of the greater Hamline community to do great things whenever and wherever we employ the skills and tools we learned here. This will be a lasting memory as our undergraduate experience comes to a close. But it's the time we've spent together during the last 4 years in this community I will always cherish. I'm glad we can stay connected even as we leave this campus through social media, through the strength of the community we have built during our Hamline experience. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2017.